she took my name and she was like, "Can I sleep with you?" And then something like that, like that. And I was just like, what in the world is wrong with her? Like, why is she asking me like this? Why did she have to wake me up in the middle of the night for this when she does this every night? So I was like, okay, whatever, I could just come up. And then like, but I didn't really feel her come up. But I was like so deep in sleep that I was like, yeah, whatever. And I fell back asleep. And I forgot about it. And I think the next night, or like after 2 nights, I don't recall, we were like just chilling in our beds. I was sitting on her bed and we were like, I don't know, we were doing some homework or something. And then I was like, hey, why did you do that? Like, you didn't have to like wake me up in the middle of the night, because you always come and sleep anyways. What's the point? Why did you do that? And she was like, what are you talking about? I never slept. I never came up and slept that night. And I was like, what? So, ever since that incident happened, so basically that was like her doppelganger, I guess. I don't know. So, basically, ever since then, like, you know how in like movies and folklore, vampires can't come inside your house unless you invite them. Unless you're like, you can come in, they can't come in. I think something of that happened to me, so I accidentally gave permission. I was tricked into giving spirits permission to come and sleep with me on the bed. And I think after that there were like a lot of instances. Like, my friend used to like feel someone go climb up the ladder to my upper bed, and like they'll be like talking and stuff. And I would be like, I wasn't awake, I was fast asleep, I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, no, someone would come up to your bed and they would like chat, and then I don't know, I used to hear people. And I was like, that wasn't me, it wasn't my friends either, because I remember like very well that it wasn't me. Okay. And another instance was like when my friend, this is like after a year, my friend, a year or two, I think a year, yeah, after a year, I was on the same bed, but I was in the lower one this time. So that happened, and I feel like they targeted me a lot, the spirits in that place. I don't know, I think because I'm quite susceptible to all these stuff. Very strange, but my dad is also like, I also have a sixth sense. So basically I can hear spirits, but my dad, he said he can smell them. He can smell death or something like that. I'm not sure what that means precisely, but I can hear, so we have like heightened senses, literally. I feel like the protagonist of some story, but no, it's I am very peaceful without it. I have tried very hard, trained myself very hard to not see anything or hear anything, because it will affect me a lot mentally. Yeah. So I feel like after that they used to play a lot of pranks on me because they knew that I used to get really scared, and I was more sensitive, so I was a good target, I guess, because I used to get scared. And those so the ghosts, they know English. Okay, they know English. Whenever I talk to my friends in English about ghosts or stories or whatever, they know, they hear it, and then the same night they come, and then they, oh, this is really bothering me. Oh, it's okay though. The same night they bother me in some way. I don't know, like just they play pranks on me. Um, like they'll stand near my bed. I don't know. Once I heard like a lady humming, just a lot of stuff, you know, like here and there, and it's like pretty common. So our dorm, we used to have beds, right? And then it was a pretty big room, and there used to be like curtains around all the beds for privacy at night. And there was a gap, right? Like the curtains didn't reach the floor fully, and there was a gap so you could see people's feet and their shoes when they're walking. And a lot of people, like, it was like pretty common, like the ghosts, they used to walk up and down the dorm at night because the curtains were closed, so they could just go up and down. And if the door next to the bathroom is open, if you don't lock the door or shut the door like properly and it's a bit open, they can come inside, and then they just like walk up and down, walk up and down. And if a spirit is malicious, maybe they can cause trouble, but that was pretty rare. So it was pretty common, actually. Everyone kind of got used to it. Yeah, so that happens. So I even developed a whole routine where I used to like shut the door and switch on the hallway. Like there's a hallway outside the dorm. I used to switch on the lights, because if the light isn't on, they would walk up and down, and they would kind of bother me because they just walk, and it was kind of bothersome because I had that bed next to the hallway. So I was like, this is too noisy. So I would be the last one to go to sleep, and then I would close the door, shut the door, and switch on the light outside so that they would stop bothering me. So if everyone was so used to it, especially me, so we had developed like routines to like make ourselves more comfortable and stuff. Yeah, so that was there. Now that I think about it, I was like, damn, that wasn't normal at all. And for some reason, I could feel it if there was like a malicious spirit. Like there's like 2 or 3 instances where I felt something so malicious, this other school were not match for me, so they didn't bother me. But occasionally I did have some encounters though, but it wasn't like they were targeting me. It just happened. So one was, of course, like the bathrooms, like you know how a dorm is, like there are like multiple bathrooms and stalls, right? So and there's a separate place to brush your teeth. The sinks are like separate and the stalls are separate, right? So I would brush my teeth at night, and then I would hear the door opening and closing and people walking on the other side. But then when I went to the other side to pee or whatever, I realized that there was no one there. Like all the doors are open and nobody's there inside the stalls. So stuff like that, like small stuff like that. And yeah, once what happened is I think it was winter, so it was just snow in my second boarding school, so it was pretty cold in the winters, and we used to have like this thick blanket. So I used to have like one thin blanket and one big blanket. And, sorry guys. And sometimes in the middle of the night, I would wake up and the thin blanket would be perfectly on my body, like it would be like perfectly wrapped around my body, and the thick blanket would be all on the floor. I don't know, but my blanket never falls like that. It's strange, and it happened like instances I have now is when my mental health becomes really bad. I feel like I emanate a very negative energy which attracts spirits. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but at least it's entertaining for you guys. So it's like I have very bad nightmares. I don't know who wants to hear about other people's dreams, but they're pretty graphic. So very graphic nightmares. And it only happened when I was like very mentally like in a bad place, let's just say. So that happened too. But somehow, like, I don't know, after like a lot of therapy, a lot of work, and a lot of resilience and stuff, and just thinking like, this is not worth it. After that, they've stopped, thankfully. And this all but this is like just fun stories to tell, I guess. Like, you can't really say it's 100% certain, but if you ask me if you think it's real, I think it's real. And you're safe, whoever's watching it. If you feel scared hearing all this stuff, you're safe, don't worry, because I don't know, I don't think this happens to everyone. I just happen to be a bit susceptible. But now I've worked past that, and I am completely fine and happy now. I could be a psychic, who knows? I don't want. It's not worth it. It's gonna really mentally mess me up if I do that. So yeah, that's today's thing. I have like a huge story